regular board meeting. Dr. Rock, please come to the room.
Mr. Freeman?
Here.
Ms. Mitchell? Here. Mrs. Moore? Here. Mrs. Hager? Here. Mr. Robbins?
Here. Now, what I want to do, please stand for the pledge of allegiance. The next item is the approval of our agenda. Before we approve the agenda, we need a motion to add the board retreat to the unfinished business.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move that we add the board retreat to unfinished business, which is item 6. And second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Dr. Rock, please call the roll.
Mr. Freeman? Yes. Ms. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mrs. Moore? Yes. Mrs. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Robbins?
Yes. Next item is the approval of the minutes. May I have a motion for the minutes, please?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to move that we approve the minutes noted in the agenda for the regular meeting December 13th, 2023.
Did you go on the agenda?
Sure.
Did you tell me?
I second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Dr. Rock, could you please call the roll for the approval of the minutes?
Ms. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mrs. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Freeman? Yes. Mrs. Hager?
Yes.
Mr. Robbins?
Yes. Thank you very much. Next item, public participation. Do you have any public participation cards?
No, we do not.
All right, we will move over. Item 16 is board reports. Moving right along. Item 1.7, the superintendent report. Mr. Jackson.
Yes, welcome everyone to our meeting tonight. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. Just a few announcements. Just wanted to share that our Tiger Cafe has opened up. We really need people to come support the Tiger Cafe. It's the student-led restaurant. It's open every Wednesday and Thursday. Food is very tasty. For those who've been there, open to 12:30 to 1:30. We do take to-go orders. Also, Ms. Miller was there last week. She had the opportunity to eat with the children. Very great experience. Also, like to go ahead, Ms. Miller. I'm sorry. And also with that, every week there's a featured chef. So the chef comes from a different high school, featured part of the consortium. So there's a new chef that's from Bedford. So every week it's a rotating. We do need support. Today we were very light with people coming, very light. We need people to come. So we will commit to promote and hopefully that group will get some support. The menu is the new menu so this week. So it's on social media and on the website and so forth. Also, I'd like to announce that our girl Dr. Barton last night beat the fifth-ranked team in the state of Ohio. All right. So we want to continue to support them. They are also play Maple Heights on Saturday, so they play at Maple Heights on Saturday. The boys basketball team has a big week starting with on Friday at Maple Heights. And next week is the alumni basketball game, which is for February 2nd. It was postponed. It was supposed to be last week on the 19th, but it's been moved to February 2nd. It's at Warrensville High School. So that is a very important opportunity. Our kids are doing great. There also is a wrestling match tomorrow after high school. That's why our senior night for our seniors at the high school. And then also next Saturday is the John D. Clay Invitation Invitational. So that is a wrestling match, which the first year the wrestling team is going to host a tournament. At the school. So I'll get more information to the public with promote it on social media and so forth. Also tomorrow night, the wrestling team has a fundraiser at Predators, which proceeds of the dinner will support the wrestling team. Ms. Henderson is here. She is having a fashion show on March 22nd at the high school. Ms. Henderson, would you like to add anything about your fashion show, please? You're on the spot. Please talk about it.
So we haven't had it for a couple of years. I'm excited about doing it. I'm starting to integrate all the stars to keep it going on the things like that. It's about the country show. I did find out we have a lot of girls at the high school that have their own brand, their own line, something that you told me to do. So I'm so excited.
Also, our camera will be on March 15th. March 15th, we moved it out of a week. So it'll be March 15th. We'll have more information about camera, but it'll be March 15th. We also have planning a high school transition night where we are going to highlight the district, like where kids are going to make tonight. We want to do a showcase of all the programs that we have. Like today, we have DJs and DJ program in the cafeteria, recruiting students. I saw the list, it was probably over 30 students that want to be a DJ. So I do appreciate the board's support of all these innovative programs. That when people bring us things that kids are interested in, the board has been very supportive of providing our students with these opportunities. I also like to thank the bishop, because a lot of times I bring things and no one gets people involved. She and our team has done a great job of getting students to be actively engaged in all these different programs. There's a lot of things for the kids to do. We try to find things for all the students, not just the basketball players or the football players, but we want to make sure that we have arts. We want to make sure, like this DJ that was new, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Freeman brought that to us. And the kids were really excited to that. We got a lot of people with their rappers and singers. So just teaching them the real and how giving them the opportunity to do some great things. So with that, there's always a lot going on. The structure, we want to announce that the district is in litigation with Beechwood. I think the public should know. We start that on June 24th. So we'll be in court with Beechwood. This is an ongoing case that's been going on for over 30 years. We've really ramped up these last 8 years. And then we finally will get a conclusion, hopefully, with that. Tonight, I'm also excited to have Terrence and Terrell Davis here. After we go to Tiger 1-1, we get the opportunity to learn every single go up in the district. From the time they were little, we had the great opportunity to go to Ghana. We were blessed with band members. They're just outstanding on there. You see graduating, but I'm so thankful that they matriculated and graduated because they were out there since I've been here to be like exemplary of what one of the type of life. And I'm saying that because y'all young men, because y'all were like second, third grade when I came. And you guys have been actively engaged, you've been participating, and all the things this work does. And for you guys, I mean, you guys are here, and we want to make sure that you have the best education possible. We appreciate your mother sticking with us in tough times. And we just thankful, and we look forward to you guys doing great things to make us proud as you move forward. And we're very excited to hear about your trip. So that concludes my report. If you have any questions. Thank you very much, Mr. Young. Next item on the agenda is our treasurer report, Dr. Rock.
Here's a handout that I put out in the presentation for you all along and has some information for today. Go to the first slide, please. So our tax case that we talked about at last meeting for the Crystal Brown and ACO, it's been extended to March, April, so now we have some more time.
And the leadership and the new things are working on the statement parameters that the board approved on last meeting. So everything's in motion on that. Next slide, please. Okay, total assessed value for the district. And this is on the one sheet that looks like this. So it has a little graph on it. Mm-hmm. Just in case you wanted to follow along. I put out the key data for us. Assessed value is the value that is taxed. So in other words, if your house is worth $100,000, you take your market value times 35%, and that's when you get the assessed value. So whenever you say assessed value, that's the value that we're taxing on. Okay? Our total assessed value in the whole district, if you add up the whole district, is $423 million. A big chunk of change. And if you look at it, the residential is $110 million. Our other real estate, which are mostly businesses and commercial, is $293 million. And then we have a little sliver that's public utility, and that's $19 million. And last time we talked about this, the board asked you, what is the public utility? There's 12 parcels and 1 railroad. So that's the public utilities that are passing through. So now, if we look at those numbers by percentage, our residents account for 26% of the school district assessed value, and the businesses are 69%, and public is 5%. So 74% is other, and 26% is residential. Now, if you look at some of the other districts, you might be termed a bedroom district. What's a bedroom district? A bedroom district would be like a reverse, where it's 80% residents and 20% business, or 90% residents. It's bedrooms. There's homes and bedrooms in there, and that's what a bedroom district is. So we're not a bedroom district. We're lucky to have the commercial property for the district that accounts for 293 million, that accounts for 69% of the value. Now, if you look at the number of parcels, it's inverse. So our residents account for 74% of the number of parcels, but again, those are little parcels, and the businesses would be these few parcels because obviously you see the values. And the commercial is 1,459. True businesses is at 325, and then again there's the public utilities. So that's how we look at the number of parcels. Next slide, please. So now this other report that we had, we tie these two together to give a snapshot of the health of the district based on property values. The sales ratio reports from the county government, and it depicts all the residential buildings, the living units, and the building parcels. It's amazing that those three numbers can be different, but that's if you have an apartment complex where there's more than just one living unit, those would be the living units. The average value of residential parcel, so that gives you the tax value, number of residential sales, average amount of residential sales, and this is all, most current report is 2022, all the data lags. Next slide. So now, if we take a look, in 2022, Warrensville Heights had 192 houses that were sold. These were just residential homes. Highland Hills had 8, and North Randall had 7. And now Highland Hills and North Randall, both of those, the total dwelling units is around 150. That's very small. So those numbers go along with that. And then if you look at the average value, so like in Warrensville Heights, the average value of those houses is $80,500. But note that the average sale price is $117,000. And then the trend just goes down to the other two jurisdictions. Highland Hills, the average value is $83,300, and the average sale price is $180,000. North Randall, $108,000, and the average sale price is $123,000. So what we get out of this data, the big thing is are the homes that are selling, they're selling for more than the tax value is, which means that we're in a growth period, and we're in demand. There's a demand for the houses. And then that translates to, it's a great community that, people are moving in, people want to buy houses in the community. This is very good financial health. So from the treasurer that's a doctor, it's a clean bill of health. Anyways, so those are just two pieces of data. This is a good time to look at and then for the here this is good if you want to look up any of the neighborhood districts or for the house sales. And the last slide, we celebrated this at our organizational meeting, which is in January, and obviously today is January 23rd. January is Board Appreciation Month. That's what we wanted to bring to the board. Thank you for your effective board governance that contributes every day to every scholar in the district. Your leadership has great impact on the school community, and here's the results. New facilities, 120 new facilities. The best educational program that we can provide within the resources of the district. Concentration on improving scholars first for all your decisions. And we thank the board for this. Also, we'd like to recognize the board that had a very successful presentation. Every year we have the Ohio School Board's Capital Conference in Columbus, where all of the colleagues from 612 school districts all there, everywhere moves there, and our group got to present. And it presented with them. It was a full house in the room, there were 110 people in there, and the board was able to show the impacts of what our board here has done for the impacts of successful governance of the district, and now again how we got new facilities, how we could have a good educational program, and how we concentrate on the scholars to keep them first for other decisions. So it was a great presentation, and then at the end of the presentation, I was very impressed because I had board members coming to me from all over the state of Ohio, and I'm going to be somewhere interested in Ohio. So listen, that's how wide scope of how the coverage of what our board actually got to do. So it was a very successful presentation, and my hats off to the board for Board Appreciation Month. We appreciate it. So it was a true example of Tiger Pride, one team, one vision, one goal. It starts up at the top and trickles down to everybody else. And that concludes my section.
Thank you very much, Dr. Robert. Do you have any questions for Dr. All right, we'll move right on. Bring us to 1.9. Mr. Jolly and the Tiger Way.
Yes, Mr. Jacksonville announced the Tiger Way winners. We're so thankful and proud of the work our winners have done. So Ms. Johnson will give details.
Good evening, everyone. At this time, I would like to honor our second quarter Tiger Way Award winners. Our classified staff winner is Ms. Quincy Amos. She is a paraprofessional at our Early Childhood Center. She was nominated by Head Principal Irving, whose nomination reads as follows. Ms. Amos should receive the second quarter Tiger Way Award because she exemplified the Tiger Way. She comes to work every day and has had perfect attendance so far this school year and always arrives ready to work. Ms. Amos is always at her morning, lunch, and afternoon post, ready to greet and help kiddos with a smile. Ms. Amos also fills in other classrooms when needed. She holds students to high standards while treating them with respect and has a passion for growth for herself and her students. Well, please join me in welcoming Ms. Amos to the podium. And I would also like to invite Ms. Irving if she had any additional words that she wanted to add as well.
I just want to congratulate Ms. Amos. We are a small but mighty school. Ms. Amos is there every day. We had a staff member out for over 2 months, and she filled in, did not say anything, went above and beyond. She was there every morning. She tidies up and cleans up. You always smell her where she's been. But it was really bad. She loves it. I'm really appreciative.
I would like to thank the board for nominating Ms. Irving. I appreciate you so much, and my family is here. Brandon, my summer who's here, Summer Brandon. My son is here, Ralph is here. My two sisters nursing, stand up, and have been supporting me. I just want to say thank you. So our certified award winner is Ms. Angela Bishop, head principal at Warrensville Heights High School, and she has been with the district since 2016. She was nominated by one of our high school teachers, Ms. Jimmy Peoples, whose nomination reads as follows. Ms. Bishop is a phenomenal leader who has helped create a culture at the high school. She is forward-thinking and always ready to assist. When faced with the challenge, she is honest and resourceful. The students are beginning to understand her processes and respect what she is trying to accomplish. Teachers feel comfortable talking to Principal Bishop, and Principal Bishop has helped me map out career goals as well as been willing to mentor me and other teachers who aspire to lead in education. She has a true passion for growth. I believe Ms. Bishop is an excellent candidate. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Bishop to the podium.
Hey, what can I say? I'm at the Warrensville Heights High School. Such a privilege. Excited to be there. These amazing girls back here. That's our basketball team. Give them a round of applause. You know, when Superintendent Jolly came to me in regards to opening up the high school, my first thought was, I don't know if I want to do that again, because I opened up the elementary and I've been a high school principal. But because he is an amazing leader, and everyone knows I always say that, I couldn't help but accept it, right? And since I've been there, and I texted him last night, I said, this is the most fun I've had since 2005, which is when I started at the age of 43. I stayed home with my 4 girls and then went into education. But Coach O and everyone back there, all of the girls, they let me be a part of their team, believe it or not. I don't know, I started something with Let's Go Get It, and from then on, we actually have the sweatshirts. We have sweatshirts made with Let's Go Get It. It's so exciting. I told them I would be fully gray by the time the season is over, because I'm literally pacing the entire time, losing it. But the high school, we have still some work to do, but we're definitely on our way. The superintendent always says we have to be top one, A1 always, and so that's what we strive for. Ms. Henderson is here as well. There's a lot of people at the high school that make it successful. So this award is not just for me, it's for all those people. So thank you so much, everybody.
Nice. Yeah, I want to talk, but anybody want to take out? You got to take out.
I'm the board I'm putting out, I never had a person do that to my personal, but everything is like a therapy, like doing the drama, and it means a lot to do, and like, if I do something, you're always there, like, when we're on the road and stuff, we can go all the way, and oh my God, so you raise my hand, people, and I'm always there. I'm having a good because that's my person doing like not with the elementary school, I left to go to Oregon, I came back. And while Tuesday there, we had a different festival. And I'll call you, I did not know we had a festival. I did not know we had a festival. I knew about this Terry, this Bible, but I did not know he was festival. And then, and this year, when we came here, I'm like, you know, and I don't want to say this, like, it's a different experience because a lot of the kids was like, oh, you know, some years, I'm like, no, y'all be talking over everybody. It's really established rules and established boundaries. She's just trying to make it feel better. I really feel like it was good here at the time. And she's been there for me when I was talking to her about certain issues, not like actually helping me or like I don't like some people just don't get the notes to the children. And I'm not the only one in the class who do the type of arguments to the person because she's so
Yeah, I've never had a person like this emotionally, like somebody I could go to and this to like talk to anything about. You really did, and I think like that. I just thank you for everything. She told me, I didn't follow her.
Once again, let's hear it for both of our Tiger award winners. All right. We're a situation going on in the house tonight. Next up, we're going to hear from Terry and Terry Davis about their trip to Ghana.
I ain't a little nervous about that. For my race, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior. First and foremost, I would like to thank the board. I would like to thank my mother for making it all possible. But the trip itself was truly amazing. It was an eye-opener. When you go down to Ghana, it's a whole different culture down there. You don't have to worry about locking the door. You don't have to worry about making it home at night. The schools is totally different. You know how we can whip out a computer? They can barely enough food for them to eat. So when you go down there and see what they go through every day, it just makes you value what you got so much more. Everybody's so genuine down there. It's like everybody's family, you know. It's not like you don't got a gang over there, a gang over there. Nobody's trying to fight each other. They're trying to build and grow together as a unit. And I just wish we had that down here. We just don't know what we got. And until you go down there, we'll never know.
Hey everybody, everything my brother said, I gotta thank the Lord, my Lord and Savior, first and foremost, like my mother. And everybody, all the staff at the Warrensville Heights High School and in the district as well. Everything that he said, but my thing was, it was just, when you go down there, you would think that you would just see policemen everywhere, but it's just, you would be lucky to find one of them out there. Like, you're not going to see, you're not going to hear about no robbing, nor you will hear about killing and none of that. It's all just good. So it's just, my personal experience for me going down to Ghana, West Africa. Now we will travel to different cities, such as Accra, the city of Ho, and city of Elmina, where they have the Elmina Castle, where they hold like the dungeons where they have the slaves and all of that. And when I went there, it was really an emotional journey when we went to the Elmina Castle, because at the Elmina Castle, like I said, we seen the dungeons, and within the dungeons, we seen everything that they had to do. Like, it would be a big cannon, and all the females, they would have to hold it with one hand. They'll have more than one. One in this hand and one in the other hand. And they would have to carry it. They dropped it, they would do it. And for us to come down, for us to live in the United States, it's like we have it easier. Most people may think it's hard to live in society, but when you really look at it, look at the bigger picture, the kids of Africa, they're hungry. They want what we have. And so my question to everyone is, the way it's hard to put the question because it's so emotional to think about. We have it made here, they don't. So what can you do as, civilized human beings to make, the United States better and safer? Like, I wish it was to the point where I can leave the house at 1 in the morning and not have to worry about somebody that will walk up and rob me or, any carjackings or none of that. I wish we had that. And when we went to the schools down there, it was, that one hit different. Because it made me realize, okay, we have a very new facility, it's big as well, and we have all this technology and resources, but as students, we don't really apply those resources. But if those students in Africa had what we had, they'll take every single last bit of information that they can get. Because when you understand their background and when you know their history on slavery and everything that went on, you look at things different. And it made me really appreciate school a lot more. Because I'm down here and a classroom was no bigger than that office right there. It was no bigger than that. It was not smaller. The desk was the size of a chair. The chair was even smaller. And we would be looking to find one bigger in the room, in any of the rooms. And the way, now they do have homeless kids, orphans, but the way they had that set up was they had the kids, in like a little room. And there was no bigger like I said, that room. So it was just all one small compound space. And it was just sorry because I can't imagine having to sleep on the floor every day. They don't even have mats, rugs, cots, or beds. They're sleeping on straight dirt or pavement. And that just made me look at everything a whole different way. So, that concludes my statement. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hold on, there might any questions from the board to there?
Comment. I'm going to look you guys. I mean, you can't really get a picture of what life is like in Ghana. All the students were shooting one another. Just to gain that experience. And she said, so thank you. I'm glad you guys got something out of it. All right, one question. Because I never knew that you were cool.
A lot. We do that a lot. Like most people do.
I never knew that. So what do you
Now, sometimes when they see me, they be like, you look like we're wrong, but I'm like, you see my brother, he look like we're wrong.
I'm glad this you sound
we're actually part of a village down there now. We got adopted to a village down there. So, sometime in the future, I do plan on go back down there to see my family.
The name that I was given was Atakweku Kaka.
Those are his name. My name is Atakweku Feyi. In Africa, the one that came out first is the youngest. That's why he was given Kaka. I came out second in Africa. I'm the oldest, so I'm Feyi.
And another little funny background story like that, and it happens to be true. Like the name Kaka comes from the twin being the goofiest, and the name Big Boom comes from him being the more serious one about everything. But one thing that they did tell me about being a twin and having those names is we're gonna depend on each other, whether we realize it or not. There's gonna be times where he's gonna be extremely serious, and sometimes it's okay to have a little goofiness involved because sometimes that may make you smile. But it's also vice versa. It's okay for me to be goofy, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna hurt me to be serious about things.
I have a question for you. Have you had the opportunity to share with us about how you appreciate things that you have much more since you've gone to God? Have you had the opportunity to share that information with your peers in class?
Yes, I have. And these one time I would be in class and everybody would be like, this is irritating, y'all really blowing, y'all doing this and that. And, I really hate this school, but I'm like, if you really hate the school, why don't you go down to Africa and see if you really hate it? Because if you go down to Africa, you're going to be like, I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go back into the big facility that we have. And they don't realize it because what we see from here, we see a totally different image. We see lions roaming around on Google and all of that. But when you go to Africa, it's beautiful. It might not be the cleanest, but it's beautiful. And they have a lot of monuments and just historical places where you can go and just actually have fun. And when I tell you, you're going to see some wildlife out there. You're going to see some, like, we went to a hotel, and when I tell you, you're going to see a lot of peacocks. That was beautiful. I don't know if we was on a bus one time, I just said, the monkeys walking around. But here's the thing, those animals, they're not vicious at all. Like, I know I thought I was tripping, but I said a monkey held his hand just walking down the street casually. And I saw people feeding the peacocks, so it was beautiful. And also, we also let this part out, I don't know how, but when me and my brother went down to Africa, it was like we was a highlight of the trip. Like we got everything down there, like I love it down there. Like we had a lot of musical festivities down there, and y'all know me when I hear the word music, when we went to church, we had rocked out. I was on the keys singing, we was on the drums, and we just, we were doing all this stuff.
I do have a question. It was so good to see you guys get back so profound. But based on what you saw or what you've learned, what do you think you might do going forward to help the folks in Ghana? Is it something that we could be doing here locally now to assist them?
Actually, the group that we were down there with, we have established it's a little system that we're getting back to the people from Ghana because teachers, the teachers that they got, there's minimum wage. The students, the bread got clothes to wear. So our group has been donating money for them because like $1 down here, it's like 11 down there. So just imagine what we could do for them.
And then, so when he spoke on the wages and minimum wages, technically, in U.S. money, the teachers when they get a month, out here they would be getting $20 a month. So, with that being said, we, us as a group, as a collective, everybody that took the trip together, we would send money over to Dr. Yvette Polar. And because she has gotten a title out there as Queen Mother now of the village. And so she loves helping the kids, and quite frankly, it's fun to do it. It's fun helping other people who are living in need. Because it's just like if I was in that same position, I would want the same thing. That's really the way that I think about everything in society today. And I told some of my friends, when I got back, I told them, treat people how you want to be treated.
Because if you treat them with respect, that's what you're gonna get back. I told them, me personally, I don't just get respect. You have to earn my respect. And respect comes with trust. And with trust comes respect. I'm so proud of both of you. I'm so proud of both of you. This is a true testament of what Warrensville has, the best and the brightest. You guys certify that. Like Superintendent Jolly said, it's going to be said not saying. You always going to plug my ears. But we wish you well. I want to thank your mother. You always do your mother. There's something going on. Thank you so much. That's what we do like that. Thank you very much for the outstanding presentation, young man. The two outstanding individuals you bring. All right. Moving right along on our agenda, we will go to section 3, superintendent's recommendations and presentations for board action, certificated staff. Can I have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve by consent agenda superintendent's recommendations and presentations for board action certificated staff, items 3.1 to 3.4.
Have any questions?
No.
Mr. Davis? Dr. Rock, could you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ruben? Yeah. Mr. Freeman? Yeah. Ms. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mrs. Gator?
Yeah.
Mr. Evans?
Yes. Motion passes 5-0. Next, we move on to section 4, superintendent's recommendations and presentations for board action classified staff.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to move item number 4 on tonight's superintendent recommendation presentation for board action classified staff looking for item 4.1 to 4.5.
I second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Mr. Brown, with the record. So I would like to just acknowledge the retirements of Amanda Simmons, 11-year employee of the district, man, a pillar of hard work and dedication. So really, Jordan, doing great work. We hate to see about. She waited to the last minute to put her retirement in. And all of these children, we just want to publicly recognize their retirements. Also, I know that I do it. Devin Thomas is a great young man, security guard for our district. He started here about 7 years ago. He has an opportunity, he got his education, continued to grow, got his degree, and he's taking a job in a higher position in another district. I just want to publicly acknowledge that it was hard work to coach football with AD administrative, just all around great young man, and we look forward to seeing him do great things in our district. I think Michelle Electric, she's a class of 2017 graduate, who is right now 7. We hope that she applies to try and continue to do more things, but she's here, and we want to thank her. We're ashamed of decided to apply and work for our district. And the rest are the replacements for people in our district. That transportation aid, that is the extra allocation based upon need. Of course, we're over 200 students in the district. Our special needs population is up, and we also need for our buses that we need this aid for, which is paid out of our gift and our energy general fund. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Board, are there any questions or further discussion right now?
Can you just clarify how we did that? Is it at half of the year?
Before the Dr. Rock,
We take the maximum that we would take on the state fund. So we spend that money first, and then we use the general fund.
Okay.
So it can fluctuate. It all depends on the metrics of the IDEA fund.
Thank you.
Additional question for Dr. Rock, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Freeman? Yes. Ms. Mitchell? Yes. Mrs. Newman? Yes. Mrs. Gilbert?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes. Motion passes 5-0. Next on our agenda, item number 5, superintendent's recommendations and presentations for personnel and programs.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask if we can have a motion I'd like to make a motion to approve and consider the superintendent's recommendations and presentations for personnel programs for items 5.1 through 5.9.
All right, we can probably move and second it. Mr. Jones?
Yes, so top of the first reading, I don't know if you had an opportunity to read these, the very good questions. One, I'd like to highlight is the IRS language, reimbursement rate, even though there's a lot of policies to get through. But, this is new, it wasn't part of this package, I don't know if you guys said that, but it was.
Which one was that?
It's not part of the package, it wasn't part of the package, just some update that the IRS did. I just want to make people aware of it. The day increased the mileage 58 cents to 62 cents. That was the IRS making that adjustment. For the most part, these are all standard. We did not make any major changes at all to any of these. Anything that was changed is basically the Ohio law. And that's pretty much it. So everything is pretty much the same. Yes, ma'am.
So the first one is going to be it's an August 26th, policy 7440, unpaid aircraft systems. Citation, what legal citation are we adding to that, to the title there? There's several places to add the legal citation. You see what I'm referring to?
Yeah, I'm about to bring that back. Because they didn't tell them, find out exactly what that sounds for.
I mean, honestly, you can even just email it to us. We saw it in the second reading room, and that shouldn't delay the house. The other one that I wanted to ask about was policy 8320 on personnel. This is the one that talks about maintaining employees' official records. Would that apply to the board as well? In terms of designating someone?
I believe so. I think that all records we must maintain those laws by they don't have to maintain them if you don't feel like a file. Yeah, we board members and non-employees.
And then it all falls under our records retention schedule that says how long we hold things.
I don't know if I got your answer your question.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about some of the actions that the board does, like evaluations and things like that. Would that need to be included, or?
So like my evaluation,
I didn't know that. I mean,
my evaluation, my evaluation, they're all part of it.
so they have, so there's a copy and a personnel file. So for someone who's on the board president, to be able to get that.
Yes.
So that or something.
We are public officials. We want to do a public records request. We do that we do.
All right. That's all I have. Thank you.
Any additional questions or discussion? All right, I'll do one with it's hard to heart. So you know hard to heart is one of the social services that we do. Then there's additional money allocated for students who don't have insurance. So sometimes people don't have insurance or don't go through the process. We allocate that additional money. 5.5 is the middle college tour. She got a donation of $1,000, so we wanted to reduce that. 5.6 is a new entrepreneurship program. So we're going to the high school. This is brought to us by the city of Warrensville and Warrensville County. And what this is telling me is it goes back to teach credit, teach all the things that's essential and necessary for our students to move forward. College now, that's an agreement that we've done for years and years and years. And then
I know everybody understands that we get Title I money. So we get a big pool of Title I money for all the schools, in Warrensville, and then these other schools, like schools go to private schools, charter schools, and so forth. So we have to share that Title I money. So this is an example of sharing the tree of knowledge, learning, and family is one of those schools that one of our schools go to that need Title I services. So we just there for them to get reading intervention or reading intervention. And then 5.9, this is a new middle school program in which, again, trying to nurture the middle school students to have the after school tutoring and art program, student wellness, soccer seat out of this group to provide the middle school students. And the middle school students are a hard group because the middle of the after school program, you see all the daycare and things coming up there. The middle school, you take that little daycare. You either go home or you play sports or something. So we are actively engaged in trying to find more things for middle school students to do. So this is one of those programs that we're going to see how it works. It's supposed to provide our students with nice meals, college assistance, guidance, prevention, wraparound services for the family, all that. I'm trying out to see how it goes. But I will report back to see how the students So we try to support to support our students. And the other thing, so it is grant funded. My time, both program is, so we'll try it out and go. So, yes, ma'am. I'm going to do yes, I'm going to have that coverage. And then sometimes the parents don't have to and then we have to still talk about some people are in need, severe need. And sometimes there's barriers in place. They might authorize the serving, but they don't want to allow to go to Medicare in some cases. So. They're not continuing to get Medicare now. The way that these places do not get Medicare for the services. So what we do is supplementing some of the services. Some of these supplementing whatever that process doesn't happen.
So can you back off of that? So is that like care stores?
No, it's not like care stores. So care stores is more healthcare, is general healthcare. So these are like mental health agencies. So these deal strictly with mental health and support. So what happens is the companies bill for billable hours for their services. So what we do is supplement in terms of the parent network. That we go out there.
And I would one to back to another question. Why did you have to notify people? What happened?
We do it twice. Okay. We do it twice.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? None. Dr. Rock, please call the roll.
Ms. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mrs. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Freeman?
Yes.
Mrs. Gilbert?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes. Motion passes 5-0. Next item on our agenda is the unfinished business. At this time, I'd like to have a discussion regarding our board retreat. I know we had a mission set aside the date of February 10th as our board retreat, but with that being just a little bit over 2 weeks away, I would like to recommend that we push the retreat back to about April. Take some time to research, some additional information, and then move further from there. And this time I will hear and listen to any comment, projected discussions that we have.
Mr. Chair, I agree with you. We don't have time for the other retreat. We do need a retreat. I agree with the April time frame. I think it behooves us to take a look at the work that we have been doing. Because the goal was to continue the line of work and the work that we've been working from what he did leadership. So I'm in favor that we can do it, and I know potentially putting the work session was a very good investment.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Chairman?
So I agree with you, Mr. Chairman. To give them more time to see who would like to facilitate it. Those that Kevin Board 2 to work out and use it as a concept. So once we get to the fiscal narrative section, that's more than
By the same company?
different options.
All right, thank you, sir. Ms. Barber?
Just so I feel, what felt like Sarah should be the one to talk to me, in terms of sharing his perspective on where things are, just finding out where she would take this to the next level.
My current plan right now is to look at two sources, to look at everything that we've emphasized that with in the past, and also look at the USC. And then based upon that, do like a little cost benefit analysis, and look at it together and also see how we do this value.
Also would ask you, as you're looking at the three options, talk to other boards and use those to see what your inputs and feedback were. Because you want to make sure we will have a cold start with the right trusted consultant. And we don't want to go backwards too much. We want to be able to go forward. Just a question. So I know that you reached out, trying to put some ideas. Did you flip through it or were you with the board? That input with the board?
Actually, I do I'm like, input I received. So that's why I wanted to look at the three different options. And wanted to just look at the benefits and additional feedback and comments and reviews of the potential options.
So what I guess the question is that you'll share what everyone suggested.
Those three that I'm going to that basically, it would be like the most viable. And we'll just look at it and I'll put it out there and we'll come to a continuous decision based on that. And along with that, with the originally having scheduled the retreat for February, and now not having it, that would open up the second week of February for our regular work session. So I will in favor of rescheduling the work session for February that we're taking off the calendar in order to schedule the retreat.
In other words, not have a meeting for February?
No, having it. We would not have had a meeting in February and we were on the retreat. So now that we're not having the retreat, we can put the meeting, we can do whatever second Wednesday and that formal schedule. What do we have for a second? We should be February 14th and Valentine's Day. We would love to have a meeting on Valentine's Day. That's why we have to. We need both of that, but we have consensus of the meeting.
It's up to the board. If you're in a live board meeting, you can call, you can announce another board meeting. But sometimes the best practice would be to get a vote on it just to make sure we have a motion.
Do you have a motion to schedule a work session for February?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we schedule our work session for February 14th.
All right, thank you very much. It's been properly moved and seconded. After that, could you please call me out?
Mr. Freeman?
Yes.
Ms. Mitchell? Mrs. Newman? Mrs. Gator?
Yes, but I do have a question.
Mr. Roberts?
Try to get it. Try to get it.
I definitely agree, but is this going under item 6 under unfinished business? Is that
Because it's actually in conjunction with the retreat. So okay, I was just making sure so that they're kind of wanting to say that another come out. Okay. So that motion passed 5-0. Next, some new business. In correspondence. Your correspondence. Thank you very much. Mr. Yard, would like to welcome your additional announcements. No, sir, I'm ready for the announcements. Thank you. All right, Board, do I have a motion for adjournment?
Mr. Chair, I move that we adjourn tonight's meeting. I second.